అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is another good day for all of us that we are going to have one more lecture on Kathopanishad from our Vice President Sanatana Dharma, Dr. Visalakshi garu. So we'll start with the Prarthana, start with Vande Mataram and Prarthana, and going to hand over the mic to her. Now, Chala Chitti Babu garu.
वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वंदे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं पुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वंदे मातरम.
ధన్యవాదములండి. ప్రకాష్ గారు ప్రార్థన చేస్తారా?
సార్ చేస్తాను సార్. సర్వేభ్యః నమస్కారః. శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. లెట్ us observe 1 minute ధ్యానం. Let us not let our manas to go elsewhere. Let it be there in the class for another 1.5 hours. Let us chant Omkaram Trivaram. Oh. 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 गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्त्रवस्त्रमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनस्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्. ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्र्यवतु. ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः. ॐ मातृदेवो भव. ॐ पितृदेवो भव। ॐ आचार्य देवो भव। ॐ अतिथिदेवो भव। गुरुरेव गते गुरुमेव भजे। गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम्। सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः, धन्यवादः।
ధన్యవాదములండి సూర్యప్రకాష్ గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు సార్.
Now today we are going to have continuation of our lectures on Kathopanishads. Today we will start with interaction with the students. Later on we will continue. So I'll request Visalakshi garu to continue the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. ఓం సహనావవతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓం నమో భగవతే వైవస్వతాయ మృత్యవే బ్రహ్మ విద్యాచార్యాయ నచికేతసే చ. ఓం సదాశివ సమారంభాం వ్యాస శంకర మధ్యమాం అస్మదాచార్య పర్యంతం వందే గురు పరంపరాం. We have learnt a little about Upanishads and Kathopanishad. I want to know how far all of you have able to understand what is meant by Upanishad, what are the main teachings Upanishads give us, and what you have learnt in Kathopanishad. So just I want to interact with all of you. If any doubts are there, all of you can ask me, or I will ask certain questions and you one by one try to answer them. All of you, if you try to answer at one time, we cannot listen to anyone. So if anyone starts, others, even though you know the answers, please keep silent, and then afterwards you also can interact, and you also, if you want to say any extra points, you can later on express your feelings also. Now just I want to ask you, what is the real aim of our life, human birth? Because jantunam narajanma durlabham atah pumstvam tato viprata tasmat vaidika marga dharma parata vidvatvam asmat param ఆత్మానాత్మ వివేచనో స్వానుభవో బ్రహ్మాత్మన సంస్థితి ముక్తిర్నో శతకోటి జన్మ సుకృతై పుణ్యైర్వినా లభ్యతే. దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఆదిశంకర భగవత్పాద said in our Viveka Chudamani. This is second sloka. So the very purpose of getting this human upadhi, manava deha, It is to get moksha, to get liberated. So how to get moksha? That is what is meant by moksha. Moksha means muncha, to get release. The word moksha is formed from the root mucha, to leave, to abandon. Munchati. So freedom, to get freedom. Freedom from what? If any person is tied, then he wants freedom. He wants himself to be freed from the chains that ties. Suppose animals are there, we tie them. But here, actually, human beings, we are free. We are at liberty. We are able to go here and there, talk, walk, eat, and do everything. Then how can we think that we are bound? We are tied with something. We are tied by our karmas, our vasanas, our kama karma vasana. These are binding us. These are obstructing us to get the final aim of our life, that is complete freedom from all births and deaths, agonies, sorrows, miseries and all. So we want every human being, every living creature, all of us, we want to be very happy. Always to be in the state of happiness, bliss, which is not tainted by any sort of sorrows or agonies and all. Because the worldly enjoyments, any sort of even royal bhoga, is also mixed with sorrow only. All the happinesses, pleasures, enjoyments we are enjoying, they all are temporary. If a person is very hungry, he eats, suppose, many sweets, then at the time of eating, he will be happy. He will experience that enjoyment and sweetness and ananda. Later on, as soon as he completes eating, that experience is not there. And later on, he may get stomachache, he may get any diseases, this, that, and all. So even if a person gets highest position, there also, that is only for a limited time. Later on, he has to come down. Even Brahma Padavi, Daivatva, Devendra Padavi, even they are not permanent. Then what to speak of this worldly positions, either ministership or governorship or whatever may it be. But at that time, while they are in that position, they are enjoying that facilities or honor or whatever they can get. So all these are temporary. So how to get permanent position, how to get permanent happiness, that is taught to us in the Upanishads. Upanishads say, Jnana devatu kaivalyam. We get kaivalya means moksha, mukti. We can get moksha only by jnana. So what is jnana? That we have to acquire through the teachings of Upanishads. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, they said, Upanishads say. Are Jnata, Yajnavalkya Maharshi says in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Atma va are drashtabhyo, srotavyo, mantavyo, nididhyasitavya ka. Are means he is speaking with others who are all just as father speaks with children, we like that. So Atma should be seen, it should be thought of, it should be meditated, it should be listened first. First we should see what we have to see, how to see by listening, Sravana. By Sravana, Parikshan Maharaja could moksha within 1 week, Bhagavata Sravana. So listening to the teachings of gurus, then reading, studying, doing Achena, Shastra, Adhyayana, Swadhyaya is also like a part of Sravana only. Reading, writing, listening and all. And then we have to meditate upon that. What we have learned, we should think over them. So what is thought, whatever the teacher teaches in the class for 1 hour, the students in the schools, colleges and everywhere, for 10 hours, they have to meditate on that, learn by heart it and absorb that knowledge in us, inside. So when the knowledge which is there in the book enters into the minds and then one absorbs it into heart and inside, then that knowledge shines in them. that knowledge gives him luster. So these are all the Laukika Jnana Vishayas. But Paralaukika, Mundakopanishad says the Vidya, there are two varieties of Vidyas, Paravidya and Aparavidya, including the first part of Vedas, except Upanishadic Vijnana. Even everything, even the Vedas, Shastras, Itihasas, Puranas, then all other branches of education, thousands of branches of education are here. So all these engineering, medicine, lawyer, whatever may it be, all these come under Aparavidya. So then what is the Paravidya, the highest Vidya? That is Yaya Tadaksharam Upagamyate. It is that knowledge by which the Akshara Parabrahman is understood. Anubhavaika Vedya, we say. We have to first, we should approach the teacher, Samitpanihi. They say, the Upanishad says, taking Samitpani, the Samithas in hand, the real Jignasu should approach the Acharya. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Acharyavan, who is that Acharya who got Brahma Jnana? So approaching that Acharya, if the disciple requests him, praise him doing pranipata, then they should do pariprasna and get the seva. They should serve the Guru. Then also normally other Vidyas, also to get admission into engineering or medicine or inter-degree school level also, there are eligibility exams, tests. So to get Brahma Jnana also, a very big exam is there. The befitting qualities should be acquired and developed in the Jignasus. So what are they? How to get all these? I have already explained. Now I will ask them only to answer you. Then with that approach, when the disciple requests Acharya, then also Acharya immediately will not impart him with Brahma Jnana, because that is whatever in the world is, that is ordinary knowledge. They say, oh, that is not Brahma Vidya. So except Brahma Vidya, all Vidyas are very easily knowable, understandable, practicable, and we can do with them, do experiments and all. Whereas Brahma Vidya, it is not so easy to understand that and absorb that. It appears as if while listening, when somebody is speaking about the mantras of Upanishads and explaining, we feel as if we have understood. But a real understanding is absorbing that and putting that in practice and then becoming one with that knowledge. Brahma Jnana, Jnani, we say Jnani is Jnanavan. One who got knowledge is Jnani. So the Jnana is permanent, not the Jnani. Jnanis also are permanent, of course, but the wisdom in them. Even though Kalidasa left, even though Maharshis are, of course, in divine, in invisible forms, they are there. And forever they will be there and they bless us. Whereas great noble people who are well versed in certain shastras, God-given gift talents are there, either in any sort of scientists or anybody. They do not exist with the physical body. Their fame, their knowledge, the knowledge which they have acquired and distributed to the mankind, through that form, they are existing even now. So that jnana they have given us exists forever. That is why Paramatma is defined as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. These are the Parabrahma Lakshanas. Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma, we say. Anandam also, existence, consciousness, bliss. These are the characteristics of Parabrahman. So now, what is the meaning of the word Upanishad? Can any of you tell me? I explained previously in Kathopanishad Bhashya, Jagadguru Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada defined the word Upanishad as Sadur Thatir Visharanagatya Avasadhanarthasya Upa Ni Purvasya Kvip Prachayantasya Rupam Upanishad iti. So Shadil is the root. Sad, Shadil. So Upa and Ni, Upasargas are added to that root. Then Quip, another Pratyaya, a termination, is added to that. Then the word became Upanishad. Any of you please answer what are the meanings? Vicharana, Gati, Avasadana. Can any of you tell? Please try to answer. Answer, you can speak.
ప్రకాష్ గారు చెప్పండి.
సార్ అంటే దేవుడికి దగ్గరగా వెళ్తూ జ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించుకోవాలి అంటే మనము ఆ వైపున బ్రహ్మం వైపున మనము ప్రయాణం చేస్తూ అక్కడ నుంచి ఆ గురువుల దగ్గర నుంచి కానీ తర్వాత ఈ శాస్త్రాల నుంచి కానీ మన జ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించుకొని తద్వారా బ్రహ్మజ్ఞానం సంపాదించుకున్న తర్వాత మోక్షాన్ని పొందడమే ఉపనిషత్తు యొక్క సారాంశం.
Visharana, Gati, Avasadana. 3 words are there. What are the meanings of the words Visharana, Gati and Avasadana? Visharana. Visharana means Sithilikarana. Then Gati, Gamana, going, approaching. Avasadana means putting an end. That is that knowledge which removes the chains of birth and death, which removes the chains of avidya, and which makes one approach Brahma Jnana. Gati. Visharana is loosening. The chains, bonds will be loosened. Gati means approaching Paramatman, Parabrahman, and one who gains Brahma Jnana becomes himself Brahman. Brahmavit, Brahmaiva Bhavati. Though the physical body exists, if a person gains real Brahma Jnana and is in that state, Brahmi Sthiti, then he is called as Brahman. He himself is Brahman, not the Upadhi, the knowledge. So, Visharana, Gati, Avasadana, we say. So, Visharana means it is destroying, it is splitting. The chains are there which bond the jivas. So, they will be destroyed. Then, Gati means Gamana, approaching, going, gaining the Brahma Jnana. Avasadana is putting an end to Ajnana. Completely, Avasadana also means to loosen the chains, and then Visharana is breaking into pieces, we can say. That Ajnana will be broken and Jignasu will be led towards the Brahma Jnana. So the Upanishads lead one towards Brahma Vidya. So one who gains the Brahma Jnana, how can he get Brahma Jnana? When the Ajnana is removed from him, the moment the light is lit, the darkness goes away. The moment the real knowledge comes to a person, the Ajnana becomes Shithilikrita. So I said in the beginning that there are so many, how many Upanishads, how many Vedas are there, how many Upanishads are there. All these are given in some Upanishad. Can you tell the name of that Upanishad? Do you remember any of you?
Muktikopanishad. Muktikopanishad. Muktikopanishad.
No, not Mauktika. Mauktika is made up of Muchya, the piral.
Oh, Muktikopanishad then. Muktikopanishad.
Very good, correct. Mukti is the word. Muktikopanishad, the Upanishad which gives us Mukti. In Muktikopanishad, it is said that there are 4 Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda, and all they have given, and innumerable branches. So many branches are there. So how many branches are there? Even that is given in detail. So 1180 branches are there for all Vedas together. So how many branches are there? So many branches of Upanishad, because each and every branch of Veda contains one Upanishad. So there are 1180 Upanishads. Even then, out of them, 180 Upanishads are important, 108. Somebody said 200 also in some books. Then 108 Upanishads are most important. And out of them, 13 Upanishads or 12 Upanishads are important. Then Dasa Upanishads are given in one sloka. So thus 10 Upanishads are important, they said. Can any of you tell that sloka which contains 10 Upanishads? First 10. Ishakena. Ishakena katha prasna munda mandukya tittirihi. Aitareyam cha chandogyam bruhadaranyakam tatha. These are the 10 principal Upanishads which we should know. Okay, then Kathopanishad. Can any of you tell why this Kathopanishad is named as Kathopanishad? Why we call that Upanishad as Kathopanishad? Because it says
It was
by
given by Katam.
yes, correct. Tell.
It
Answer.
was given by Katha Muni. Katha
Very
Maharshi
good.
has
Katha Maharshi. Because Katha Maharshi gave us this Upanishadic Vijnana to us, that Upanishad is named on his name. Okay, how many adhyayas are there in Kathopanishad and how many vallis are there in each Upanishad? Any of you please tell me.
6 vallis are there, madam.
Yes. How many adhyayas are there?
2.
Very good. Each
2 adhyayas are there, madam.
yes. Each adhyaya contains 3. So there are total 6 adhyayas. Then at the beginning, the first mantra says, Ushan havai vajasravasaha sarva vedasam dadau tasyaha nachiketa nama putra asa. Can any of you tell what are the meanings of the words vajasravasaha and then nachiketas? Why they are named like that? Vajasravas.
Vajasravas is a Muni, and he has performed that yajna, Vajasrava yajna. So that is the reason he has been named as Vajasravas.
Yes. Any of you can tell any other point? Yes, what you have said is absolutely correct. And then Vaja means rice, Annam. Because his father, his grandfather, and even himself, all of them, they gave plenty of Annadana, so they are called as Vajasravas. Okay, somebody raise hand. Please tell.
Gotra is Vajasrava.
Yes. Yes, even that is there. Vajasrava is the Gotra. That is why they are called. He is called as, they are all called as Vajasravas. Because they performed that yaga, because they did Anadana, because they are born in the dynasty, he is called as Vajasravas. Now, what is the meaning of word Nachiketa? Two meanings I said. Na-chiketa, then Nachiketa. Even if you do not know, nothing happens, but just I said. Nachiketa means one who does not want anything belonging to this world. He is not at all interested in worldly affairs at all. Nachiketa. Yes? Any of you want to tell? Okay.
ప్రపంచంలో ఈ ప్రపంచం మీద ఉండే ఏ వస్తువు మీద ఆసక్తి లేనివాడు అని.
కరెక్ట్, అవునండి. ఎస్.
ముముక్షులాగా ముముక్షు పుట్టాల్సినటువంటి లక్షణం అదే కదండి, అన్నింటి మీద లేనివాడు, వ్యామోహం లేనివాడు అని.
ఎస్, కరెక్ట్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద యజ్ఞ that Vajasravas was doing?
Vajapayam.
No, not Vajapayam.
Vishwajit Yagam.
Vishwajit Yagam.
Yes, correct. Viswajit Yaga. Even Rakhu Maharshi performed that yaga, I said. So what is the main condition, principle of that yaga? Yaga means all procedure will be there, but speciality of Viswajit Yaga. Can any of you tell?
One should sacrifice everything, sir.
Godana.
Giving away everything.
They should give away what all they possess, all their possessions, they should give completely. Yes, correct. Now, what Vajasravas is donating as dakshinas?
Cows.
Cows, madam. Cows,
Cows.
madam.
Because in those
Gold is-
days, only cattle was the property. Yes. So, what Nachiketas observed from his father donating the cows? What did he observe?
He observed
thought
that
they were
the
weak.
mills are not, the cows are of not, I mean, they are weak and they may not be yielding that
They are
much
old.
milk what
They
what
are not
They won't give birth to
all the
calves.
people are expecting.
They are barren, they don't give milk, and they are very weak.
Very good. So, if his father donates such sort of cows, he will not get the real fruit for which he aspired and performed that yaga. So, that is the Astiki Buddhi entered into his mind. What is the Astiki Buddhi? Can any of you tell?
What is the meaning, ma'am?
Astiki Buddhi. When Nachiketa observed that his father is donating all such sort of cows, Pitodakaha, Jagtatrunaha, Dukthadokaha, Nirindriyaha. These are the 4 words used in Upanishad. So when he observed that, then Astiki Buddhi entered into the mind of Nachiketas. What is Astiki Buddhi? Astiki, yes, tell.
Asti iti, is it? This is there, this isn't there. He was thinking.
Shraddha. Shraddha avivesha is the word used there, and Astiki Buddhi in Vyakhyana. So, Shraddha avivesha. What is the meaning of word Shraddha?
Where we
perform
perform, it should be complete. It should be complete in all respects. Manasa, vacha, karmana. If we do anything that is the, I mean, it indicates that we are performing with
Devoted to
Shraddha.
Guru Vakyas. Devoted to Guru Vakyas.
Correct. Guru Vakya, who said that is perfect answer. Then having complete confidence in Shastra, in Guru Vakya, is called as Shraddha. So, because he believed in Shastra, he thought that his father will not get a fruit of that yaga if he donates. Then what did he think? He wanted to offer himself as to be given away as dakshina to some Prithvi. So what did he request his father?
To
whom you are giving me as dakshina. Then the father, he repeatedly asked twice or thrice. Then his father told him that he is going to give him to Yama as dakshina.
When he repeatedly asked, he got vexed and he answered that I am going to give you to Yama.
Yes, correct. Actually, I told you of Anubandha Chetustaya and Sadhana Chetustaya. What is meant by Anubandha Chetustaya? Can any of you tell me? Anubandha Chetustaya.
Name, Lakshana, Uddesha, Prayojana.
Vishaya, Lakshana, Prayojana. Okay. Can any of you again tell proper words? Chetustaya, 4. To
Uddesha,
study.
Uddesha, Lakshana, Vishaya, Prayojana.
Okay. If any Shastra is to be studied, this Anubandha Chetustaya should be known. Because for any Shastra Jnana, and Chapandi.
Adhikari.
Yes, very good. Correct.
Anubandha.
Adhikari.
Vishayamu.
Vishaya.
Vishaya.
Prayojana.
Prayojana Sambandhamu.
Sambandha. These are the 4. These are called as the Anubandha Chatushtaya. Because unless some Anubandha is there, the Shastra Parijnana will not be imperfect. So to study any Shastra, first we should know about which subject we are studying. Then that is Vishaya, first one. Then Adhikari, who is the competent person to study that Shastra. One who does not have any interest in mathematics cannot study maths. Those who are very much interested in arts or fine arts, they cannot concentrate their mind on science or maths. So for studying engineering, for studying logic, or for studying medicine, anything, any subject, certain adhikari should be there. So adhikari, then prayojana, with what purpose we are gaining that knowledge, why we want to study. Prayojanam anuddishya namandopi pravartate, they say. Even a moodha, a manda, dull-witted person also will not do any work without any profit, without any purpose, prayojana. So prayojana should be there. To study any shastra, certain prayojana will be there. Now through the Upanishads, we are studying Vedanta Shastra and Brahma Vidya, Brahma Jnana Shastra. So Sambandha is relation between this Vishaya, Anubandha and Adhikari.
Yes.
Prayojana and Adhikari. These three, it is called as Anubandha or Sambandha. Okay, now we are studying Vedanta Shastra. Who is the Adhikari? That is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna is Adhikari. Now what is meant by Sadhana Chatushtaya?
Nitya Nitya Vastu Iha Mutra Palabhoga Viragaha
Very good.
Shama Sampatihi Mumukshatvam Yeti.
Very good, correct. These are the 4 qualifications. So when his father Vajasravas said that I am offering you to Yama, then immediately Nachiketa requested his father to send him, and he sent. So Nachiketa reached there. And what happened afterwards? Can any of you tell me?
Nachiketa waited there for
incorrect.
about 3 days.
3 nights.
Nachiketa was waited there about for 3 days, and Yama was not there in the station at that time. And after coming over there, returning to his place, then he came to know that Nachiketa was waiting for him, and he honored him like a guest and do all the favors that should be done to a Athidi.
He offered to give boons.
Yes.
And he offered 3 boons.
Also, please, all other members also try to interact. Only 1 or 2, if Prakash Garu is answering most. So all of you also try to answer. Then what happens if a guest remains in the house, in any Gruhasta's house, without eating or drinking or taking rest or sleeping? What happens on the first day? What happens on second day? And what happens on third day? Any other person, those who have answered till now, please stop, and others, those who did not answer till now, try to answer.
They will, the host, if he does not offer anything to guest, he will have to pay for it. His entire, all the sins of the host, guest will be attributed to the host.
Yes.
And the entire, he will lose the entire this property and all.
Yes, correct. You have said correctly. So first day, if the guest remains without eating anything, then his asha and pratiksha of the host will be completely destroyed. So what all he is aspiring, what all he got and what all he is aspiring to get, and for which he is waiting, they will be destroyed. They will not come to him. Then for second day, if the guest he does not eat anything, then the merit, the punya acquired by the Grihastha will be vanished. Then for the third day also, if the Atithi remains like that, then his cattle, his prosperity, even his santana, children will get destroyed. So the Atithir vai Narayanaha. So we should certainly worship the Atithi. What all the important points, with beneficial points for the society, for our mankind, to live here happily in this world, to lead normal happy life in this world, what are the teachings given to us in Kathopanishad? One by one, point wise, if any of you remember, please tell. The points related to our Samaja, society, what teachings are given, what advices are given in Kathopanishad for our society to be happy. Two, 3 points I said. Already I told one, this point you can repeat any of you. Yes, all of you.
Wife should give
Moksha is the
proper
most
advice.
important aspect of birth. Then
Yes.
you have to, whatever the student should have all those basic qualities to be eligible to be a student. And then you should, your aim of life is to acquire knowledge that will lead you towards mukti.
Very good.
And you told us about the treating of a guest. That means the one who comes to your place is your guest and you have to treat him with due respect.
Yes. Then another point. Then his wife, Yama's wife, actually advises Yamadharmaraja that a guest shining with luster, Brahminical luster, who is shining like fire god, is awaiting. So you please worship him and please him, pacify him. So the wives should be, yes, continue the point.
Give proper advice to the husband.
Very good. Gruhini, it is the duty of the Gruhini to give proper advice at proper time. Karaneshu Mantri, Karyeshu Dasi, Karaneshu Mantri, like that. So many qualities are there in the woman, the wives. So even Yamadharmaraja's wife gave such good advice. So all the wives should guide their husbands if they are unaware of. If they themselves are following, the wife should follow husband. If they do not know anything, certain things happen when husband is not at home, then immediately the wife should inform the husband and also guide him. So that is another. Then, okay, then in any...
Guest is the replica of Brahma, Paramatma.
Yes. Yes, are there any other...
Karyeshu Dasi, Karuneshu Mantri, Bhojeshu Mata, Senetu Ramba, Shakkarma Yukta, Kuladharma Patni.
Correct. Okay. Then in the total complete Kathopanishad, are there any other points which can be utilized in our daily life? What are the...
Nachiketa never gets distracted from his main purpose. However hard Yama tries to distract him with worldly offerings, he never gets distracted from his main purpose of why he came there.
Very good. Another, any other points?
How a student should behave, like a learner, whatever he wants to know, if what are the characteristics to be possessed by that student to get the knowledge, acquire knowledge. How should he should not be distracted from others? That's what how to possess that Shraddha and Jignasa. That is the main point from Nachiketa. And the others, how to treat, respect Atithis is the other one. And third one is how to behave in the aspect of Gruhini, how to should be.
Another point is there, madam. Even if elders, when they are doing, and when these people found that some fault is there, they should inform and correct the elders also if it is required. and direct them in the right mark and right path.
Of course, that
very
is
great, Father.
right. Just a minute. What you have said, this point, it occurs once in crores. It is very rare, not through this Kathopanishad. What is, yes, another points, can any of you tell?
The father is a very trusting father. He knows his son will go to Yama and come back with the knowledge.
Yes.
The trust that your child will do what it is supposed to do, and taking the risk of letting him learn also, because sending him to Yama is a very big risk if the child doesn't return.
Even then, he has sent him because he thought that his child, Nachiketa, should be instructed by Yamadharma Raja. Another point we have to learn from this Kathopanishad is, or from any other Shastras, is children should never find fault with the parents, with the elders. They in the universe, in the world, normally 99.9% parents are always right, always correct. They are always doing good to children, and not only doing good in the olden days. Nowadays, it is a little different, of course, but they always used to be on right track, on righteous path, dharmika marga. That even if mother or father does any wrong deed, the children should never find fault with the parents. That is the first rule which every human being should follow and acquire. Baladapi subhashitam. Sometimes, rarely, the children may react, may tell, just as Astavakra Maharshi. Because when he was in the womb of his mother, he is Brahmajnani. He was Brahmajnani. So he could not bear even listening to the the swara doshas in the Ucharana of Veda mantra. So he tilted 8 times out of that mental batha. So 8 vankaras, we say, the curves came into his body. So with 8 curves he was born. Astavakra Maharshi. So great Brahmajnani by birth. But the Vajasravas is very clear. He is appearing as if he is karmistri, but he is Brahmajnani. And also another point, Upanishad says, Vyakhyana says that Atmavai Putra Namasi. So the father already reached the Hiranyagarbha stage by Yajna Yagadi Kratu Acharana. So now he wants to acquire Brahma Jnana through his son, Nachiketas. That is another point given in the comment by Adisankara Bhagavad-pada only. So Nachiketas, because he is a child, because he is just a student, just at the age of play, he developed a sort of seriousness in his mental thinking, and he got maturity, and he already realized that Nitya Vastu Vivek, all these he got all for he is endowed with Sadhana Chatushtaya. Even then, he thought that he could see only the apparent outward cows outwardly. He could not penetrate deep into the Achyatmika Tattva of the offerings his father is giving as dakshinas to Ritviks. So everyone, before speaking, should himself check whether he is capable of judging himself properly or not. What he thought, is it correct, or maybe there is some defect? Shall I talk this or should I not talk this? He should have such discrimination also. Because Nachiketa could not discriminate at that stage, he questioned his father. Then he was sent to gain highest knowledge. Even that is for good only, because the intention of Nachiketa is 100% perfect. Because the intention, bhava is most important than karma, doing the works. So whatever feelings are there, they are most important. They will be seen and appreciated by elders, by sages, by gods also. Yes, all these points we can take. And
Here,
any other
madam,
questions? Yes.
madam, here Nachiketa, we can say that he is a Pitruvakya Paripalaka.
Yes.
That means when he says he has given so much, so many times he has asked his father, to whom you are giving me, to whom you are giving me.
Yes.
His father also, though having that much patience and all those things, he uttered him, I am giving to Yama.
Yes.
At the same time, once he has told that he is offered to Yama, he wants to go Yama only.
Yes.
My father told I have to do it. Like that, as Rama was having that nature of obedience to his
Yes.
father, he is
Yes.
also of the same nature, we can hear information.
Yes, correct. That is why, though afterwards, because he is the father, just for a minute he hesitated in his mind. If I send this Nachiketas to Yamalota, will he be able to come back or not? If he gets favor of Yamadharmaraja, he will come back. He is 100% sure. But because of his putra moha, that is natural to each and every mother and father, parent, so he hesitated. But Nachiketa himself convinced his father. So this is another point which we can learn, that whatever father says, that should occur. That is the intention of Nachiketas. So whatever the parents say, that should be done, that should be taken place. They should not get the sin of telling a lie. So Satya Vakya Palana, Punya should come. Dosha should not be there. So Nachiketas himself, he showed that just as human beings also, they are like sasyamiva ajayate punaha, he says, like sasya, the sprouts, they take birth, then they grow, the sprouts come, then they decay, then again they come, again they decay. Like that, it is continuation, a sort of. Okay, then what are the three boons selected by Nachiketas with Yamadharmaraja? One of you please tell about first, then another person about second, another person about third, like that. Please answer, all of you.
First answer, first question is
Lakshmi madam. Yes, VS Lakshmi garu, you tell. Yes.
Yeah, that the father should not get angry when he returns, and father should be calm and quiet when he enters the house. He should not be angry.
I may return in living form back to my father.
Yes.
That is first thing.
Yes. In one boon, he has asked for so many boons. Yes.
Father should be as well as it is he was in previous status.
Correct.
The last one is, tell me how to conquer the death. How to conquer death.
How to conquer death? First boon, you are all
First
speaking
he
about
was
now.
asking was peace, let the peace be to his father.
Yes, correct.
And himself also, madam.
When will there be
When
peace
he
in his
returned to
mind?
his father, he should be recognizing him. At the same time, he should be with he should speak to him and then invite him with grace and peace.
Correct, correct. When will his father be peaceful, with peace of mind and self-content and happiness?
He doesn't have krodha.
If he is agreeing to the behavior.
When he gains the desired
knowledge.
fruit of his yaga. So
Yeah.
in the first boon, Nachiketa is asking indirectly that with what purpose my father performed the yaga, that purpose should be fulfilled. So that yaga phala should come to him. Indirectly he asked that. And indirectly Nachiketa asked Yamadharmaraja that he should be sent back to his home, to his hermitage, to his father. Indirectly he asked, when you send me to my father, he said that is you send. So this is the first boon. It is related completely to the worldly desire. Now, okay, second boon.
The second one is the sacrifice to the fire. The sacred fire is there. How that sacrifice can be done? How the sacred fire, that sacrifice can be done?
Yes. Then what did Yamadharmaraja do?
Yamadharmaraja was elaborating about this. He has given the knowledge what is the sacred fire and then what is the sacrifice that the people should do, the adhikari to do.
Yes.
The final one is also asked, what about this mystery of the coming and going life cycle of human beings?
Yes. That is third. You please stay at second boon only. Second boon is not yet completed. Then we reach third boon. Yes. Any
Nachiketa
others?
Agni, with
Yes.
name, with Nachiketa Agni name, all the people, whatever the fire they offer, that is named as in the name of Nachiketa as Nachiketa Agni.
Because Yama is very much pleased by the Ekasantha Grahitva, the Shraddha attention with which Nachiketa listened and completely repeated what all Guru said without leaving a single letter, single sound, syllable. Nachiketa repeated intact as it was. So Yama was very much pleased. So gave two sub-boons. What are they? One is the fire will be now onwards called by your name as Nachiketa Agni. Yes, continue. Any of you continue this point? Okay, whoever perform this Nachiketa Agni 3 times a day, they will reach this heavenly abode. Now, second one, he has presented Nachiketa a shrunka, a chain. What is that chain? Can any of you tell? A chain of diamonds, pearls, stones. He presented Ratnamayim. But actually that is the another performing, that is this Nachiketa Agni, it is a sort of ritual. Similar rituals he initiated to Nachiketa. Along with this Nachiketa Agni, puja, worship, then another such type of worshipping to please the deities, he instructed him. Along with this jnana, another daiva jnana, another karma jnana, kratu jnana, he gave to him, imparted him. So Nachiketa received that. Otherwise, there is no use for Nachiketa to get any sort of diamond necklace or pearls necklace or whatever may be. So he accepted. Can any of you please tell what are the inner meanings of the words Pitodakaha, Jagtha Trunaha, Dukkha Dohaha, Nirindriyaha? The 4 epithets.
Pitodaka is exhausted in drinking.
Huh?
Pitodaka means the cows which are exhausted in drinking.
Okay, that is outward meaning. What is the inner meaning?
They can remain for long time even though they don't drink water for long time.
They don't require any more.
No. Pita udakaha. Pitodakaha, outwardly the meaning is the cows which have already drunk the milk, so they do not have capacity even to drink. As if the person who is bedridden, he is unable to drink even water, then somebody, his relatives who are by his side, will pour water in the mouth. So this is the outward meaning. Actually, the inner meaning of the word pitodakaha is pibati manaha iti pitaha. That is what is said in Upanishads, Bhashya. So udakruti iti udakam. Udakam pita udakam. Udakam means water. But the word udakam, water, is formed from the root undi. Undi is the root which means kledana, afflicting. So afflicting means the sorrows. What all sorrows are there in the world, agonies, miseries, sorrows of the world, they have been swallowed by these cows. So they do not have any sorrow. All these cows are very pleasant, very blissful, very cheerful, which attract the minds of those who see them outwardly. So this is Pitodaka. Then Jagthatrunaha. Jagthatrunaha outwardly means those who have completed eating grass and who do not have capacity even to eat the grass. Now inwardly, what is its meaning? Jagthatrunaha means, can any of you, do you remember any of you?
No more desires.
Jagthatrunaha means truna. Through tara means to cross. Truna means grass. Through also means achadane. I said covering. Just as the Surya Bimba is also covered with golden plate. Suryasyapi hitam. Hiranmaya patrena nihitam, they say. So, like that, achadana. That is this deha, the body is achadana to the soul, the jiva or jivatma or paramatma, which is inside us. This skin is covering the sapta dhatus are there, you know. Skin is one among them. This skin is covering all 6 dhatus inside, so that they are not being exhibited. So like that, through means achadana. Trunam achadanam. Achadana means that which covers. So that which covers the jiva is the body. So the cows who have the feeling that, who have the knowledge, not feeling, who have the experience, who got the knowledge that the body is not I am not the body, I am Atma. So such great divine cows they all are. They got the Brahma Jnana in them. So they are capable of distributing Brahma Jnana to others. So those who receive them will be gaining Brahma Jnana. So the Ritviks, whoever take these cows in Dana as Dakshinas, they also will get Brahma Jnana. So this Dehatma Bhranti is not there to the cows. And those who receive these cows also will not have Dehatma Bhranti. Deha itself is Atma. That is the Ajnana. That is Avidya. That is the Bhranti that will not be there. Now, Jagtha Trunaha Duktha Dohaha. Duktha Doha means the cows which have already milked, which have milked and already given milk. Actually, the inner meaning of Duktha Doha means the milk that is given by these cows, that is immortality. That the milk in the immortality, Amrutatva in the form of the milk they have given. So when once the immortality is gained by any person, he becomes immortal. There is nothing remains for him either to eat or drink or do any work or anything. He is immortal himself. Immortal in the sense Shashvata. But all these immortalities, they are also temporary. The final immortality is Brahma Jnana. One who gains Brahma Jnana becomes Brahman. So till that time, even if by doing so many yagas, they reach heaven or any other Divya Lokas, they all are temporary. They are immortal. Gods are, we say Devatas, gods are immortal. Immortal means not Brahma Jnanis. Need not be. They may be. Devendra is Brahma Jnani. Fire god, Vayu Devata, these, they are all Brahma Jnanis. So they exist forever. Even then, they exist in Murta Rupa and Amurta Rupas also. So the cows which give immortality in the form of milk are Duktha Doha. Then Nirindriya. Can any of you tell the inner meaning of word Nirindriya? Indriyas means sense organs. Nihi means not having. Nihi indriyaha, those who do not have indriyas. That is, outwardly the meaning is whose sense organs have withered away, became very weak, just as our body withers, and suppose I am not able to see properly now. The drishti shakti, darshana shakti, when it is fully existing in the eyes, we will be very happy. Similarly, in all sense organs, their power should be intact when they are in prime youth, till reach the middle age also, almost till they reach the jara, when starts to overpower them. Till that time, they will be very healthy and happy. When once jara, old age, wants to capture the upadhi, then vyadhis come to the deha, then the body sense organ starts decaying, sithilatva. Can any of you tell the inner meaning of nirindriya? The inner meaning of this nirindriya is actually the cows, they that is, they realized their self. Yes, tell me, Visalakshi garu, tell, answer.
Ma'am, it means the sublimation of instincts, no more attractions, worldly attractions.
Yes, they do not have any outward attraction because they already realized their self. They got Atma Jnana. One who got Atma Jnana never wants to have any sort of attachments or getting indulged with this worldly affairs. So, Nirindriya means those who do not have any attractions towards worldly affairs.
Who have conquered the indriyas. Who have
Yes.
conquered the indriyas, and there is no more outward journey.
Jitendriya, those who have conquered their indriyas. Those
Detached.
who jitendriya. Yes, very good, correct. So these are the inner meanings which actually the words explain us. So these boons, 2 boons are over. Now third boon. Who will tell what is the third boon chosen by Nachiketas? Third boon. Somebody said formally.
What happens after death?
Yes, very good. Nachiketa inquires Yamadharmaraja, what happens after death? They say, somebody say that the jiva, they exist even after death. Some say that they will not exist, because when a person dies, he will be dagdha, the fire burns, and then Panchabhutas get mixed into Panchabhutas. So what happens to jiva when he leaves the body and dies? So for that, what is the reply given by Yamadharmaraja? Yes. Yamadharmaraja said, even gods are not having this knowledge, even they are hesitating. They also are having doubts regarding this sort of what happens after death. Means it is, he is inquiring about the Atma Tattva. So he says even Devatas are not having proper knowledge of this. So Devairatrapi Vichikitsitam. So when he says even gods do not have this knowledge, Nachiketa says, I am sure I should know, you are the real teacher and I am the best student, you please tell me. So then what Yamadharmaraja did? Any of you please answer. He
That,
said, yes.
That even after leaving the body, the Atma remains, the self remains until unless mixed with Brahma Gyan.
Please don't go into the real teachings. They start later on. At the beginning, when Nachiketa requested him to speak about what happens after death, immediately what Yamadharmaraja told him. What did he do?
He wanted to test Nachiketa whether he is capable.
शतायुषः पुत्रपौत्रान् वृणीष्वा बहून् पशून् हस्ति हिरण्यमश्वान्.
Very good, very good.
भूमे महम दयतनम ऋणीष्व स्वयं स्वयं
Yes.
स्वयंच जीव शरदो यावदिच्छसि
Yes, very good. Then what is the reply given by Nachiketas?
He says that all these, whatever you are offering, those will have a end. I mean, I can enjoy them for years after years, even 1,000 years, but even then there will be an end.
Yes.
So
Now,
I
yes,
want something
correct.
beyond this.
Correct. Very good. Very nice. Now, vittena tarpaniyo manusyo, he says a person can never be satisfied either with money or land or whatever enjoyments are there in this world. There is no end to such kamas, korika, we say, the desires. So, finally, he requested him to speak about only Brahma Jnana. Yes, now you continue. Any others? Yes, what is the first instruction given by Yamadharmaraja to Nachiketa? The first instruction given by Yamadharmaraja to Nachiketa is, first he appreciated the sincerity, then the firmness in acquiring Brahma Jnana. And also, because though he tried to tempt him in several ways, he did not fall in the pralopas. So he said, he praised, appreciated first, and then spoke about Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga. Any of you can tell Preyo Marga and Shreyo Marga? Can you explain? What is Preyo Marga? What is Shreyo Marga?
Preyo Marga is enjoying of the worldly
the worldly pleasure, enjoying the worldly pleasure, and
good.
reaching Brahman is Preyo Marga.
Preyo Marga is approaching the Brahma.
Correct.
Nivruti.
Nivrutti Marga.
Nivrutti Marga. We say, na jatu kama kamanam upabhoge na shamyati. Even if we enjoy a lot, the kamanas, there is no end to that. So to put an end to all these kamanas is to know the real nature of these kamanas, real nature of the world. So one who got nitya nitya vastu viveka will never be at the back of these worldly enjoyments. So Yamadharmaraja wanted to test Nachiketa whether he is a worthy person. This sadhana chetustaya, is it existing in him or not? And he came to final conclusion that Nachiketa got nitya vastu viveka, ihamutra phalabhoga viraga, then Samadhamadi Shatka Sampatti he got and he has already proved, and he is mumukshu. Real mumuksha he got. Moktum icha mumuksha. So when he is worthy to receive Brahma Jnana, then he praised him a lot and also spoke about the two margas, Preyo Marga. Suppose for school children, nowadays or college children, they are always like to be in Preyo Marga. But suppose they could control their mind and their senses and their focus on studies without watching this, going here and there, playing, then going to movies. If they waste the time throughout the year, do not study properly and cannot write the exams, what happens? They will not get degrees, they will not get good job, they will not get any high position, they will not get any respect in society. So for a long time, they will have to suffer. They cannot enjoy what they could have enjoyed. But suppose those who concentrate their mind, senses, and everything on study without allowing their indriyas to go hither, thither, and all, focus and study for a few years, then throughout the life they can be very happy. So this is Preyo Marga and that is Shreyo Marga. So the difference he said, and then started to speak about Atma Tattva. Yes, what is the Atma Tattva? Nachiketa was initiated by Yamadharmaraja. Can any of you tell with one or two mantras and then their meanings? Can you tell? So many mantras are there which speak about Brahmajnana, which speak about the nature of Brahman, Atma, Atma Tattva. Can any of you tell? Yes, tell me. So many are there. Asabdam, asparsham, arupam, avyayam, that are Chetanas, Chetana, Nityo, Nityanam, Chetanas, Chetananam. Any mantra slokas. If books are there in front of you, you can see and also tell. Or if you mind, you can tell the essence.
Najayate riyate va vinaschi nayam krutaschinna babhuva kaschit ajo ajaha nityaha shashvatoyam puranaha nahanyate hanyamane sharire.
Very good. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire.
Same is in Bhagavad Gita, no ma'am.
See, please wait 1 minute. Please, I'll come in 1 minute. Please wait.
Same sloka is in Bhagavad Gita also, in Kathopanishad also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second chapter, Sankhya.
There are many other slokas also in Bhagavad Gita as well as some or other Upanishad.
Yes. Okay, you please tell. Chetanas, Chetananam, okay. Okay. Yes, so even though the body decays, the soul will not die. The soul exists forever. Yeah, the same mantra sloka is there in Bhagavad Gita also. Yes, can any other person tell about any other essence? Then Nyagrotha Vriksha, he spoke about some Nyagrotha Vriksha. Can you tell that, explain? Aswetha Vriksha. Harivom, are you able to listen me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes. Can any of you tell? Any other sloka, any other mantra? Sarve Veda Yat Padam Amananti. That remember, do you remember that? Tapamsi Sarvani cha yad vadanti yedichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatte padam bravimi vomityetat. Tatte padam sangrahena bravimi vomityetat. So he spoke about Omkara. That reaching yad gatva nanivartante tadhama paramam mama, says Paramatma. So reaching to which place one need not have to come back. That is Paramapada, the highest position. And Upanishad Yamadharmaraja said that position is Omkara. So can any of you explain in one or two lines about Om? Etadyeva aksharam brahma, etadyeva aksharam param, etadyeva aksharam jnatva yo yedichyati tasya tat. That Omkara. Can any of you tell one line, one sentence about Omkara?
Omityekaksharam Brahma.
Very good, very nice. Om. Om means A, U, Ma together. Just half minute.
A indicates Jagrada Avastha. U indicates Swapna Avastha. Ma indicates Sushupta Avastha. And
Yes.
silence after uttering Om is the ultimate.
Yes.
As per Mundaka as per
Emanates from the Nabhi, U is from the chest area, and Ma is in the face area.
Okay. Another? A, U, Ma. Srishti, Sthiti, Layas. And A, U, Ma, they are Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastas. So it is explained in Mandukya Upanishad in a detailed way. So the whole language emanated from Omkara. The whole universe emanated from Omkara. This Omkara itself is called as Shabda Brahman. It is Shabda Brahma. Then in Om, when it is actually this Omkara, Avuma, together if they are called as one letter, it is Parabrahman. When Avuma are separated from Om, then that is this universe, this Vishwa, the creation. Because one Parabrahman, he himself manifested in the form of universe. Vishwam Vishnuhu, we say. So,
Ekatvam, Anekatvam.
Ekatvam, Anekatvam. Ekatva becomes Anekatva. In Anekatva, there is Ekatva.
Ekatvam.
Okay. Then, Hantachen Manyate Hantum, Hataschen Manyate Hatam, Uphautau Naja Vijanito, Nayam. So there is no one is killing anyone, nobody is being killed. Actually, what all the decay is, the Shadbhava Vikaras are only for varali, the upathis, the objects, and not to the Atma, to the soul. Anoraniyan Mahato Makiyan, Atmasya Jantor Nihitam Guhayam, Tamakratu Pashyati Vita Shoko, Thatu Prasadan Mahimanam Atmanaha, they say. So, and also so many, in many mantras, he said, Asino Duram Vrajati. Have you understood all this? Asino Duram Vrajati, Shayano Yati Sarvataka and all. Then, Asariram Sarireshu, Anavasteshu, Avastitam. Mahantam Viphumatmanam Matvathiru na Sochati. So, one who knows about Brahman, he will not have any agonies, any sorrows, any thinkings, any sort of thoughts at all. So thus Yamadharmaraja. Yes.
Bindu samyuktam sada dhyayanti yoginaha.
Very good.
Kamadam mokshadam chaiva omkaraya namo namaha.
Okay.
This is the mantra.
The very beautiful mantra is actually Nayamatma Pravachanena Lapyo na Methaya na Bakuna Shrutena Yame Vaisha Vrunite Tena Lapyaha Tasyaish Atma Vivrunite Tanun Swam. So, by either study or listening or anything, one cannot get real Brahmajnana. When he is real Jignasu, when he listens to the teachings, goes through all Shastras and all, then when the Atma wants to favor him, then the Atma itself unfolds. That is why it unfolds by the experience, by the manana, by the nidhichasana. When he is continuously contemplating on that topic, the knowledge itself unfolds. This is not only with regard to Brahma Jnana, even about our Bhautika Shastra Jnanas also, subject Vishayas also, when we are deeply thinking about something, suddenly as a flash, the idea comes into our mind. So we get that knowledge. So thus in several mantras he explained, then he spoke about the Indriyas, Indriyani, Hayan, Yahu and all, how to control Indriyas, what are the great, that is, Vishayas are there, Indriyas are greater than Vishayas, and Manas is greater than Indriyas, Buddhi is greater than Manas. So Atma is greater than Buddhi, like that he goes on explaining, taking from gross to subtle, one should be taken. From stula, one should reach to sukshma. And sukshmatara, then sukshmatama, the highest, that is Brahman. So it should go. Then finally he says, Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran, Nibodhata, Kshurasya Dhara, Nishita, Duratyaya. Because Durgam Patham Tat Kavayo Vadanti. Kavayaha means the scholars, in the sense Jnanis. They say that this path of Jnana, Jnana Marga, is very difficult, as difficult as that of walking on the edge of a sword. The moment we keep the foot, it will cut the skin. And lifting the foot and keeping another foot, how difficult it is. So thus Jnana Marga is very difficult. Every minute there is a chance to fall down. So even if sometimes we fall down, if we should again make ourselves aware of that and then be strict in our mind and focus that manas and indriyas and buddhi should be completely get concentrated on Brahman, and then one can acquire the knowledge with the teachings, shastra patana, guru upadesha, then manana, then nidhichasana, then being in the state of meditation, if we contemplate, we can gain that. Then the fruit also of studying this Nachiketa, that is Upakhyana. Nachiketa Upakhyana means this Kathopanishad. What is the fruit given to us? The result, final result. Can any of you tell what fruit we are going to get by studying this Kathopanishad?
नाचिकेतमुपाख्यानं मृत्युप्रोक्तं सनातनं उक्त्वा श्रुत्वा च मेधावी ब्रह्मलोके महीयते.
Very good, very good.
Brahmajnana.
So we get Brahma Jnana by studying this Kathopanishad. One can get Brahma Jnana, and one can, and also at the time of any rituals which are being taken place at home, if we read them, then also people will get good Jnana. This Nachiketa Agni, if that Nachiketa Agni is also being observed by people, they can reach the heavenly abodes. So, Laukika Prayojanas are there, then Amushmika Prayojanas are there. Laukika means Aihika. Aihika Prayojanas are there. Then Amushmika Prayojanas are there. Final Nisreyas Mukti is also there. Brahmajnana is also given by this Kathopanishad. So, the study of Kathopanishad gives us Aihika, Amushmika and Atyantika, and that is final Nisreyas, all three. If any doubts are there, you can ask me. There are so many other mantras also which say when one becomes fearless by obtaining Brahmajnana. Why and how one becomes fearless? Because one who realizes that there is only Atma, nothing is there, no others are there, then there is no cause of any sort of fear. So when only you alone are there, somebody say Laukika in worldly normal way, we feel that if one person is there, he is very much worried. If any others are there, he can share his feelings and very happy. But Upanishad says, ekaki naramate, they say, because one cannot enjoy himself. If another person, somebody are there, we can play with them, we can express our feelings with them, we can talk with them and all. And also, if anything happens to us, they will take care of us. Such feelings are there. But Upanishad says, if a person realizes that only Atma prevails, the Brahman alone is existing all over the universe, then he will enjoy. He will not have any fear at all. Because when there is no other person to do any harm to him, where is the cause of any sort of affliction or distress? So, one who sees himself in all living creatures and all living creatures in himself, he is Brahmavid. whether Vajasravas is also known as, yes, any of you can ask your doubts.
Tatvamasi.
Yes.
You said about Panchagni. Can you please repeat, madam? One is Garhapatya, Panchagni.
Garhapatya, Ahavaniya, Dakshinagni, and then two others. Only these three are normally known. The other two we normally do not mention, and they are not used also. Even in Yajna Yagadi Kratus, only Garhapatya, Ahavaniya, and Dakshinagni. Only these three Agnis, Treta Agnis, we say, they are being worshipped and used. The other two are very rarely used.
Thank you.
Yes, Gupta Garu.
What is the reply given by Yama to Nachiketa? That I could not understand.
He spoke about Brahma Jnana. He spoke about Atma Lakshanas. What are the characteristics of Jiva? What are the characteristics of Brahman? And how to get immortality. That is the final teaching given by given to Nachiketa by Yamadharmaraja.
No, the question of Nachiketa is what happens to after the death. But that is never mentioned. What happens after the death?
What happens means the Atma remains forever. The death comes only to body. The upadhis decay. That is the mrityu, death comes to the body, but not to the soul, not to the Atma. That is the reply given by him.
Okay. Dhanyavad.
Garuda Purana explains, madam, what is after death.
Yes. Yes, of course. Garuda Purana completely explains, that explains about even Yama Loka also. So many lokas are there. All lokas are Devendra Loka, Swarga, then Kubera Loka, thus Yama Loka, they have described in detail. Then how the Jivas who did meritorious deeds, in what path they will be taken, by what sort of goddesses and all. Then the Jivas who did all criminal deeds, wrong deeds, bad deeds, in which bad path they have been taken. And also the punishments also are explained there. And also in Garuda Purana, it is explained about Sriman Narayana Tattva, and they have explained about certain vratas as to how to worship God and how to get merit, how to gain punya, how to reach heavenly abode through Uttarayana Punya Marga, not through Dhuma Marga. Through Dhuma Marga also they can reach heavenly abodes. Through Devayana they can reach Devalokas. But the one who acquires Brahma Jnana in this, while in this body, existing in this body, though he behaves, as long as he exists in that upadhi, he leads normal life. He appears to outwardly, he appears as if he is doing all the works as we are all doing. But they are not involved, they are not indulged in these works. Though physical necessities are there to the body, hunger, thirst, this, that, and all. So they do those routine deeds. They are not karmas. Even though they do yajna yagadi karmas, they are not doing with the aim of getting heavenly abodes or anything. They are doing only for loka sangraha, to be an ideal to the world, and also for the sake of mankind. So those like Janaka Maharshi, Janaka Rajarshi, though he is the king, though he is in the upadhi, he is mukta. He got Jivan Mukta. While living, if one attains Brahma Jnana, he becomes mukti. He becomes mukta. So even till the body falls away, he works. When the body falls away, that is the nature of body. then the Jiva, he becomes universal. He becomes one with the Brahma Jnana, so he remains as it is in the form of Jnana. So in the form of Jnana, in the form of universe, the invisible power, he exists. That is Mukti.
What is the significance of that pearl mala second given as second book?
Mala means also there are so many vidyas explained in Upanishads. Dahara Vidya, then Chakshushi Vidya, then Madhu Vidya, like that so many vidyas are there. Along with this Nachiketa Agni Vidya, Yamadharma Raja gave some other vidyas to him. That is giving Shrunka. That is giving Mala. Mala means not just a garland that we wear. That appears as if it is garland. The word mentioned there is Shrunkam. He has presented him a garland as if some pearl garland or necklace or something, stones, chain is given. Outwardly it is like that, but inwardly it means along with Nachiketa Agni Vidya, some other vidyas he has explained to Nachiketa, which are beneficial to the mankind.
Whether I put in chat box also, whether this Vajisrava is also known as Gautama, the same as Ahalya, husband of Ahalya, both the same or?
Gautama means he was born in the dynasty of Gautama Maharshi. They are the Mula Purushas. Saptarshis are Mula Purushas. Through them, so many other Maharshis came. Through them, so many other Maharshis. Through them, human beings, great personalities. Through them, ordinary human beings. So Gautama means one. Even Nachiketa was once addressed by Yamadharmaraja as Gautama. Gautama means not only Ahalya's husband Gautama Maharshi only, but he was the Mula Purusha to this of their dynasty. In which dynasty Vajasravas was born. So he is called as Gautama.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada.
So now let us go for Prarthana and then Janaganamana.
Yes.
Prakash Garu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Prarthana Andi.
Just a minute, sir. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अदनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ధన్యవాదాలు సార్ అమ్మ ధన్యవాదాలమ్మా మీరు మాకు పంచిన జ్ఞానానికి
ధన్యవాదములండి Visalakshi garu for a very short notice you have conducted a very well conducted webinar.
ధన్యవాదాలమ్మా.
ధన్యవాదాలు మహోదయ.
ధన్యవాదాలు
ఓకే చిట్టిబాబు గారు.
ఓకే.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय जय।
ధన్యవాదములండి చిట్టిబాబు గారు.